Welcome to CoolTrade Radio, home of the robotic trading revolution. In the stock market, the cards are stacked against you. CoolTrade gives you the tools you need to dominate the stock market through automated trading. Learn to fight back against the powers that be on Wall Street using their own weapons. With CoolTrade, the game has changed in your favor. And now, your hosts, Pace Ellsworth and CoolTrade CEO Ed Barsano. Welcome, everyone, to CoolTrade Radio. I'm Pace Ellsworth. I'm a techie guy. I'm also a retirement planner. I was looking for a way to get ahead and make the most of my money and for other people as well. How many of you out there have money in the stock market somehow, or are trading it yourself? Is somebody doing it for you? Maybe you have some qualified account. Ever wonder why you're trying harder and harder to turn a profit in those, and it's somehow getting harder and harder as time goes on? Well, we have the answer. The way to fix that is it's really time to automate. The technology is finally here. I'm here with the man that made it possible, the creator of CoolTrade and CoolTrade CEO, Ed Barsano. Ed, how'd the market do today?
Hey, Pace, you always ask me that, and you know I don't care.
You don't care?
I know how my traders did. They took money. That's all that matters. It didn't matter if the market was up or down.
Well, it went down a lot yesterday and a lot up today.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
But you say it doesn't matter.
No, well, yesterday was a good buying day. Yeah. Good chance to buy at lower prices and then just sell what you bought yesterday today. I mean,
it wasn't always true though. I mean, at one point you were pretty worried about your accounts in the market, right?
Was I when?
Back before CoolTrade.
Oh yeah, all right.
Yeah.
That was before I realized it was just numbers going up and down.
Right. All right. Well, we're gonna play a clip. Actually, it's a recording Ed made a couple years ago, just talking about the evolution of trading, and just how it went from where it was back before all this, back in the 20th century, to where it is today.
Let's talk about how the market has changed throughout the years. I remember when we used to have to call our broker to execute a trade, and then he charged us hundreds of dollars to execute that trade. And then the discount brokers came online in the 90s, and then stock prices or stock trading fees went down dramatically, and then we got screens, websites that allowed you to execute orders manually. So you could just push buttons to execute a trade. And then the brokers started providing tools, and then all these companies started coming out with what I call calibration equipment. They gave you all these tools, charts and graphs, so you could decide what you want to do manually. But during this whole time, the institutions have been running fully robotic computers against the public all the way, probably since the 80s. So we've evolved now past that, past the manual trading, and now CoolTrade's released fully automated computers to trade. And where's that going? Eventually, that's the only way, really, that's the way it should be now. You should only use a computer to execute trades, to even make the buy-sell decisions. So where's it headed is right where we're at today. I mean, CoolTrade's already there. We're years ahead of everyone else. At least that's what the brokers tell us, that we're years ahead of them, which is why they call us and ask us to automate them, to release robotic traders to their clients. Before long, everyone's going to be doing fully robotic trading with CoolTrade.
Awesome. That's amazing.
It's just inevitable.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's reality.
Yeah. It's here now. So everybody, what we're looking at is CoolTrade. This is a software system that Ed built, and we've been using it for years, and it just takes the fear out of the market. It also takes the expertise out of the market. So you don't need to be an expert to know how to make a profit in the market, because you don't really know how to. You don't need to know how to trade. It'll do it for you.
Well, it doesn't. When you think about what is an expert, I mean, the fact is nobody can tell you what a stock's going to do 5 minutes from now. If they could, they'd be richer than Bill Gates.
Right, yeah. So even,
it's all
even
baloney,
the people that know the most about the market, all they can do is try, Well, there's a lot of fear going on right now, because some people think no matter how hard you try, you're never going to beat the guys at the top. Like you said, that the big banks have been running traders against the public in there.
Well, you don't have to beat them. This isn't a competition between you and them. It's just a matter of what do you want to do with your money. You want to put it in a bank and get 1% a year, or do you want to trade the heck out of it and get things like 5 and 10% a month?
Right.
It's really up. It's up to each individual. You could put your money in mutual funds and let it sit forever. Even today, I mean, we had a great day. The Dow was up, 300 points or something like that, and if you had your money sitting in a mutual fund, who cares? I mean, it's just numbers going up. You wouldn't have felt it, But if you look at your auto trader and you made $300 today, but what's nice about the auto trader is it's sitting in your house. You see it make the trade. The money's sitting in your account. It's like you just found $300 on the ground.
Wow.
You feel good because it's real money and it's really in your hand instead of just some money sitting in some account somewhere and you don't even know what they're doing.
That's awesome. All right, well, let's give everybody the phone number and website real quick so they can actually get to see a free demo of CoolTrade and see how it works, and we can answer all your questions. You need to find out how to access this. You can call or text 480-787-2777. That's 480-787-2777. Or go to CoolTradeRadio.com. That's CoolTradeRadio.com, just like the name of the show. Now, the seats are limited for each online demo. We don't do them all the time. Got to reserve your spot now. All the attendees are going to also get a discount on the software. In other words, we're going to make a special offer to you there, which we don't do anywhere else right now outside of the show. So you got to reach out now. Call or text your name and email to 480-787-2777 or go to CoolTradeRadio.com. Last time that number's 480-787-2777. Well, I want to talk a little bit more about the high-frequency trading that we've been hearing about, and this is what we're talking about the institutions have. I mean, they've been trading against the public, but it hasn't been as fast, as high-frequency as it has been recently, right? That's a new technology.
Yeah, since 2007.
Okay, all right. Mark Cuban, everybody's heard of Mark Cuban. He was on Shark Tank. He's a big-time billionaire investor. He had a lot to say about. He's sort of the one waving the red flag. Hey, everybody, we got to be scared about these high frequency traders. I just want to hear him.
They know that if you go to the store every day to get a Snickers bar, well, if I run to the store first, get a little bit of a discount, and then sell you your Snickers bar, they're going to make a little bit of money, especially if they do it millions of times. And so, it's what they do, and they've been doing it for a long time, and it's reality. But I don't think that's even the greatest risk of high frequency trading. That's just part of the deal. When you have fat finger bugs, you just don't know what's going to happen to the market. So there are structural risks, there are trading risks, and I think that introduces a market risk.
Well, so do you think it was a fat finger?
No, I don't think so
the
at
flash
all.
crashes?
And I don't think anybody needs to worry about that kind of stuff. Actually, that's good for us, I mean, what's cool about CoolTrade is you're in your positions. You put your toe in the water. The auto trader automatically buys a little bit of shares. It reserves a lot of money for in case of a market crash. And once you start using the auto trader, you'll be like I am, and that is when I get up in the morning, I'm hoping that Dow is down 1,000 points. Because I know my auto trader is going to have a field day. So if they want to call it a fat finger or whatever they want to call it, I don't even care what they call it. All I know is I'm glad it's happening.
It's funny you say that because you told me the other day that you don't short anymore. You don't short the market.
No, heck no. Shorting has unlimited upside risk. A stock could go from $20 to 120. Forget it. You could lose 500%.
Right, yeah, all of those commodities, all those pharmaceuticals, they get their patent and then they boom.
Yeah, and they go, it really doesn't matter. You don't want to, that's gambling.
Yeah.
And I don't gamble. So, the auto trader is only buying, just putting a toe in the water, and it reserves enough money to ride the stock all the way down to $1 should it go there.
Yeah.
So we don't care what the market does. We want it to go down.
That's surprising. You're going long, but you don't care if it goes down because you know that you have this system in place where it's actually going to buy it. It's going to buy it for you at the bottom. And then just wait for it to go up.
Not necessarily the bottom.
Right,
Nobody knows what the bottom is. So
right,
it doesn't
you don't
even
know where
matter.
It's going to go.
As long as, let's talk common sense.
Yeah.
You're walking down the street. You see a $5 bill on the ground. Mm-hmm. Are you going to pick it up?
Yeah.
Without even thinking about it. Well, that's the software. It sees the discount.
Even millionaires do that, right?
Anybody will. Bill will. He'll chase $1 in the wind while it's raining. Seriously. But, the auto trader buys at a lower price than what you bought it at last time, and now the bar has moved down. So if the stock goes up even a little bit from your last buy, that's profit. Just take it. There's nothing to think about. Just keep taking it. Buy and sell. That's the secret to the stock market.
Awesome. So we're talking about a software system that Ed built, and this was a while ago. This was back in when did you start working on it? 2000?
Well, I started in probably November of 2000, and I released it to the public in 2005. Then the brokers started calling saying, hey, will you connect it to us to allow our clients to use it? I'm like, cool, thank you.
You're right, yeah. And now it's so valuable because, I mean, it's just amazing that it's been sitting this long without becoming a thing. There's no household name in automated trading. And so we need to make this happen right now. There's an opportunity to get a see a free demo of CoolTrade system. We're going to do a couple of these next week. We'll be able to walk you through it, and you can see all the features. And it really does. It takes the worry and the fear out of the stock market, because you don't need to watch the market and try to time the market. When is it going to go down? When is it going to go up to be in there and try and buy and hold or do that?
I'll be honest, Pace, once you start using it, and I'm only speaking from experience, you become at ease with the market. You don't even care what the market does anymore.
Right.
It's not like the old days. And I remember what it was like when the market was crashing in 2000. I was a nervous wreck. I didn't know what was going on, and I didn't have any money management in place. So when the market dropped, I just got hammered and lost millions, But now it's like, I don't even care if it goes down, because actually I want it to go down. There's more money. That's when yachts are being bought.
Right.
Is when that market crashes, because then you're buying things, stocks at rock bottom prices and being able to sell them at a profit.
So if you're one of those people out there that lost 50%, 60%, you heard about people losing, 80, 85%?
85, yeah.
In the market, in some of these crashes in 2000, 2001, and also 2008. Then really you're going to want to get something that takes away all that fear, just gives you ease with the market, because it does it all for you, 100%. So we want to make sure that people get to take a look at this. As I said, we'll have a free demo. Call or text your name and email to 480-787-2777 so we can schedule you into one of these. Again, that's 480-787-2777. or go to CoolTradeRadio.com. That's CoolTradeRadio.com. The seats are going to be pretty limited. We want to make sure we can answer everybody's questions effectively. We try to answer as many as we can on the air, but of course everybody's going to come up with something new. And as we get in touch with our audience, we'll learn a little bit more. So if you could give us a call, it's 480-787-2777. Get the discount on CoolTrade 2 we're going to offer in that demo and start taking profits. We'll be right back.
Wouldn't it be nice to find a $50 bill today? Now imagine finding $50, $100, even $500 every day. The money in the stock market is the same as the money in your wallet, so when your stocks are up, why not take the profit? But who has the time to monitor the market? CoolTrade does, on your computer. CoolTrade, one of the only fully automated stock trading software platforms available to the public, does it all while you're out living your life. Pretty simple, pretty smart. CoolTrade.
Awesome. So that was a perfect first half. We were just talking about high frequency trading and how the market got to where it is today. You might think it's scary that there are these big banks out there and everybody's hating on them. The fact is the market just keeps going along, but we don't really care where it goes. And we wanted to introduce everybody to Stan. He's one of our clients. He's been with us for a number of years, and he's just had an amazing experience with CoolTrade. Welcome, Stan.
Well, thank you. Good to be here.
Yeah, awesome. So we actually met Stan at an expo a couple years back. We were talking about CoolTrade there here in the Phoenix area, and met Ed, met myself, and to tell us a little bit about how your thoughts on CoolTrade, where you've been in the past couple months with it, and yeah.
Well, basically, I'm retired, and I like to do a lot of bike riding and pickleball and do retired kind of stuff. And life is good, and I was really satisfied. And then I met Ed and got involved with using the CoolTrade program, and all of a sudden, life got a lot better.
Right.
I was able to go play pickleball or go bike riding or whatever, and I had some money in the market. And a couple hours later, I came back, and I was $100, $200, $300, $400 richer every single day. No, that's not true. I wasn't richer every single day. It was only Monday through Friday because that's
Nice.
when the stock market was open. But every day, I was able to make a lot more money than I had when I started the day. And that's kind of a thrill. You go play golf or you go pickleball or whatever, and say you've had a bad day and you come home and you see you have a couple of $100 more. And that's a good feeling.
Not just that, but I know sometimes you take trips out of the country or away for a couple of weeks at a time, and it still works.
Oh, great, yes. My wife and I have gone on cruises around the world, and it's nice to have the computer on, and you set it up, and you just forget it. Just absolutely. And every day it's making $50, $100, $200, $300, $400, $500 a day. And, we came back and we had more money than when we started. So that's a great feeling.
I mean, is it take an astronomical amount of money to make that money?
No. Well, my goal, and I have to share this with you, my goal is to make 1% a day. And so far I'm making about 1% every week, maybe every week and a half. But I'm getting better. And
net profits,
And profit. And you can make the, tweak the system, and you can see how you can use the CoolTrade to make a little bit more and consistently. So it's a thrill. And as you said, it doesn't matter if the market goes up or down as long as the market is moving. So it's a whole different mindset. You're not looking for the highs. You're not looking for the lows. You're looking for the movement. And as long as the stock goes up or down, and we all know stocks go up or down, we can make money. So that's a thrill. No thinking at all.
Awesome. So Ed, these kinds of strategies, you don't have to start from scratch and create them all yourself, right? You rely on the expertise of the other people that have made them, or?
Well, what happened, the original traders who got the Auto Trader when I first released it in 2005, they were like techno weenies.
Yeah.
They were, there were no strategies. So they started sharing, they started creating strategies. And then there's a feature in the software that you can check that says, I'm willing to share my strategy. And I'll tell you, I was humbled. By 2007, hundreds of people had shared their strategies. And the top strategies rose to the top.
And that feature is available right now in CoolTrade.
Well, it's automatic. Yeah. Now, when you get your Auto Trader, it actually has strategies in front of you. It says top strategy for $5,000 accounts, top strategy for $10,000,
nice,
top strategy for $30,000. So depending on what your account balance that you plan to trade with is, that's the strategy you select, and you're already getting. It's all set then. So you basically select that strategy and walk out of the house.
So you'll have your money in one of these brokerage accounts that's partnered up with CoolTrade. There are a couple of them, and then you just there's a strategy, and you just simulate with it for a few weeks or months until you get your handle on it and decide what you want to do. Decide
if you want to go live. It comes with a built-in simulator, so you don't have to put money in initially. So you turn it on, watch it run for a few weeks. I challenge you to even see if you could go a month before you before you go live.
Yeah, you don't even need. So you don't even.
Once you see the money it's making, you're gonna say, you know what, I'm turning this thing on and going live.
It's far too exciting. You just can't wait a month.
Yeah, that's right. Stan is just funding his account to change it. So you don't need a brokerage account to start. You don't even need to have it, tons of funds available to start to actually see how this works.
Just get the software. You don't need any money at all to watch it run. And then once you see it running and you like the money it's making, then you go ahead and open up your brokerage account, flip the switch to live, and you're on your way. Nothing changes between simulator and live. The only difference is now when you're in live mode, you start executing live trades.
So Ed, how does it make you feel when you hear stories like Stan's? And I'm sure you've heard hundreds of them.
Yeah, well, it feels good, and Stan's where I'm at, basically. You're seeing what I've been seeing for years, and you're at ease with the market. It's not a matter of how much, what did the market do? I don't really even care what the market does, and every day. All I care about is when I go home and I look at my Auto Trader and I see that I closed out of 3 or 4 positions that I may have bought yesterday or 4 months ago. But, they finally crossed into profit territory, and the software automatically takes the profit. It's like, hey, thanks, cool.
That's amazing. Well, real quick, Stan, stick around with us. I'm just going to get out the number real quick so everybody can hear it, so they can get a free demo and see how CoolTrade works, so they can sort of have the same success that you've had. At least have this, have a similar experience. See it for yourself and see what you think of it. You can call or text us. Give us your name and email, so we can book you into one of the free online demos that we have coming up next week. It's 480-787-2777. The number is 480-787-2777. Or you can go to CoolTradeRadio.com. The seats are limited for the free online demo, though. Reserve your spot now. Another thing is on the demo, we're actually going to give a discount. We've tinkered with this in the past, but it's something that's only going to be available if you listen to CoolTrade Radio. If you go through our site or this number, 480-787-2777, We need your name and your email to get you booked into that. Or you can go to CoolTradeRadio.com. Thanks again, and start taking profits. Well, yeah, thanks again for being here, Stan. If you want to stick around for a sec, we just want to compare for our listeners a couple stocks out there. Some of the big names of companies that people have heard about that they might be trying to trade right now. Maybe they have these stocks in their portfolio in their 401k, and they're just trying to make the best that they can. And they might be satisfied with some of the results that they've had buying and holding.
Just by sitting on it?
Yeah, because what's S&P 500? The average return is 8.9% per year. Over the long term.
I don't understand the purpose of comparing things like that. Again, to me, that's just noise. It's not even valuable to your portfolio. Who cares what the S&P 500 did?
Right.
What I care about is did I make money? Am I making money? And if you look at any chart, it looks like an EKG chart. If you if you bought a stock and then sat on it for 2 years, and then you look at the price, how much did it move? What was the price 2 years ago, and what is it today? That's a straight line. But look at all the trading you missed. You probably missed trading. You could have traded that stock maybe 300 times, buying and selling as it wiggled around.
Right. Like how many trades a day does your account get right now, Stan? Something like
what?
Five or 10?
No more
Not
than
even.
no more than 10.
No more than 10.
That's more than my auto traders do. I'll probably do maybe 2 or 3. Maybe a couple buys and a few sells. And
right, you
can
can set them all kinds of different ways where you get 10 trades, $10 each, one trade, $150 each or something like that. So anyway, what we're talking about is LinkedIn. LNKD is the ticker symbol. You might be pretty happy if you bought and held that stock. It's pretty expensive right now. It went from 184 2.5 years ago to 239 today. It was a good day in the market. So if you bought and held that for 2.5 years, you would have made $5,000, $5,500. You might feel pretty good about that. But if you were actively trading that stock, say you were a day trader, or if you had no expertise, you could use a system like CoolTrade. You would actively trade that stock. Maybe every time it went up at least 50 cents, you sold it. And then when it went back down again a little bit, you bought it again.
Oh, the way I look at it is every point going up or down is an opportunity for profit. So it's not moving from left to right, high and low. It's just moving up and down. And you can make money every time there's a change in the direction.
Right.
So since there's so many more changes in the direction, there's so many more opportunities for profit.
Right. And so we're talking about LinkedIn, actually. There were 314 opportunities.
In the last 2 years?
In the last 2.5 years,
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's amazing. And so you actually would have pocketed in net profit $23,550.
Nice. Versus $5,000 buy and hold.
Versus $5,000, you would have made an extra $18,000.
Well, I can't even find a stock that active trading didn't, kick the butt out of buy and hold.
Well, just to not cherry pick, I want to make sure that our listeners understand that we're actually giving you pretty standard results. Intel Corporation, obviously a huge company. You would have also made a lot of money had you bought and held that.
Just another common stock.
Yeah, right. So you bought and held it, you would have made $1,000.
How much is that stock?
It was 24, now it's 34.
All right, good.
So
now that's a reasonably priced stock. That's low enough.
Make $1,000, and that's it's almost 30-40% in just 2.5 years. That's decent. 15% a year.
You mean buy and hold?
Buy and hold, yeah. But actively trading, you would have traded it every couple weeks. 59 times you would have traded in 2.5 years.
Nice.
Made $42.75. 4 times as much money for doing it with CoolTrade. Absolutely no work.
And that's pretty common. That's pretty common for, actively trading destroys buy and hold.
Oh, yeah.
I can't find a stock that buy and hold would have beat actively trading. And then, some of our brokers, for 100 shares, they only charge $1.
Yeah.
So, how many trades did you say Intel did?
59.
So 59, that's $118 in trading fees. You still made $4,000 profit.
Yeah, and anybody could do that with a small account. We're talking about trades every 2 weeks.
But if you think about it, you're assuming the stock has gone up and you made your profit. Imagine the stock going down.
I was about to say that.
And
That's
you're
good.
still making all that profit because it's
CoolTrade.
with CoolTrade because it's going up and down, going down.
Like birds pecking randomly.
That's exactly
That's
right.
what the stock market is. That's
Yeah,
what I call it.
Because if it goes
randomly.
up and down tons, you want to take those opportunities to take those profits off the table. Well, we're actually going to end in a little bit. Just want to get the number out there one more time. Again, it's 480-787-2777. Thanks again, Stan, for being here. Thank you, Ed. And or you can go to CoolTradeRadio.com. And thanks again, guys, and have a wonderful day.
Always a pleasure.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to CoolTrade Radio. To see a free demo of the CoolTrade automated trading system, call or text 480-787-2777. That's 480-787-2777, or go online to CoolTradeRadio.com. CoolTrade does not give stock trading or strategy advice, including buy, sell, or hold recommendations. Any communication from CoolTrade personnel relating to the operation of CoolTrade is only intended for education purposes, running the CoolTrade platform in simulation mode. Unique trading experiences and past performance do not guarantee future results. Before trading in a live brokerage account, you should test your strategy in simulation mode and speak with your financial representative to ensure that the strategy is suitable for your investment profile. To contact CoolTrade for more information, call 480-787-2777 or go to CoolTradeRadio.com.